What is up guys, Ramhunter1 here and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Number 66. In this episode we are once again on DevPRO and we are covering my new Gimmick Puppet deck profile. Now, as I did a video a few days ago and I covered the new Gimmick Puppet cards, and I did say I would bring a new deck recipe for them because I really do like this archetype. I think it is one of the most fun, the most unique, the most different, and on top of all that, it's also a really good archetype, so that's why I wanted to do another deck profile on it, on top of the one I did a while ago, and I'm so happy these cards came out. I mean, when I did my deck profile before with Mange Doll and Deary Doll, I think it was called something different back then, but when I did my deck profile then, I just knew these cards needed a bit more, because the deck was really fun, it was really good. But just these two cards with the 3 XYZ monsters and Junk Puppet wasn't enough. It needed more, and that's what we've got here. We've got more and it's awesome. So, I'm going to go with my deck recipe here. First we have 3 Gimmick Puppet Nightmares. I explained in my earlier on video that these cards are really good. They work really well because once you get rid of these, you can sacrifice these XYZ monsters, and just from there just go into get another one. So, Gimmick Puppet Giant Killer, for example, up to twice per turn during your main phase 1, you can detach one XYZ from this card to target one special summon monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target, and if it was an XYZ monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. Very, very good card. But once it loses all its materials, it's not that good anymore, so that's where Nightmare comes in. Just use Nightmare, get rid of the 3 of them, use Nightmare's effect, summon another Nightmare, and then you can go into a Heaven Strings or just another Giant Killer, you know, so it's a very good card in that aspect, really like it. Then we have 3 Main Doll, obviously. If your opponent controls a monster and you control only Gimmick Puppet monsters, you can special summon you can special summon it from your hand. Got a bit tongue-tied there, but again, it's a real good card. You can pretty much summon this at all times. Whenever you go into the XYZs, you're bound to just have Gimmick Puppets out there. These other cards are here just for support, just so you can get some other XYZs, possibly this one here, Heratric Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliphos, or however that's pronounced, but because some of these, Deary Doll and Nightmare, only work on other Gimmick Puppets, so it's nice to have these ones here to add that support so you can get something other than just Gimmick Puppet XYZs. So, then we go on to Clockwork Sigigami. So this card is very good also. It works very well for machine types, so it can only be special summoned when all monsters in the graveyard are machine types. And then it also has a nice little effect. Once per turn you can select one monster your opponent controls. That target's attack becomes 0 until the end phase. So you could go into this at the same time then. You could summon a Machina Cannon, or possibly use Machina Cannon to send up one of these other machines to the graveyard. Then use Clockwork Sigigami, or however it's pronounced effect, summon him, use it with Machina Cannon, go into whatever, you can go into Heratic or whatever it may be, and then you got a nice XYZ out. Plus, if you use Clockwork's effect before that, you can make your opponent's monsters attack 0, and there you go, that's 3,000 points of damage, 1,500 points of damage, whatever you decide to go into. Then we have, like I said, Machina Cannon, very good card just to get some machines in the graveyard, like your Deary Doll, something for Clockworks, other things like that. Summon him, that's another level 8 towards an XYZ summon, so in that aspect it is also a really good card. Then after that, of course, we have our Gimmick Puppet Deary Dolls. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other Gimmick Puppet monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from the graveyard. You can only use the effect of this once per turn. It's a little bit disappointing that this card can only be used to XYZ material to XYZ summon a Gimmick Puppet monster. It'd be much better if it wasn't that. But at the same time, it's a very good effect, so you can't really ask for any more, you know. It'd be a bit much asking for a bit more, so I like it. That's why it's in the deck, that's why I got 3 of them. Then move on to Egghead. You can only use the effect of Gimmick Puppet Egghead once per turn. You can discard one Gimmick Puppet monster and activate one of the effects. Either inflict 800 points of damage to your opponent, or this card can become level 8 into the end phase. Now the 800 points of damage thing is very good because it's like, sort of acts like Gaga Cowboy in a way. You can just get that damage off you on your opponent, or you can use his other effect to make him level 8, XYZ him with something else, then you have another level 8 XYZ monster, so it's very good in that aspect. Then we have one Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arm. When this card is normal summoned, you can send one Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck to the graveyard, normally Deary Dolls, so You can get that in the graveyard. It's a level 4 and it can't really alter its level to be level 8, so that's why it's nothing fantastic. I should really be running some level 4s in this extra deck, so if I have that along with Gimmick, Puppet, Gear Changer, or maybe even Egghead, I can just make those level 4s and go into some level 4, rank 4, sorry, XYZ, so that'd be a good thing to put into this deck also. And then, like I said, 3 Gimmick, Puppet, Gear Changers, just a very good card to get this card to level 8, and then go into an XYZ, of course. Then just a nice little spell and trap card to line up these staples here on of course, some other ones I come up with myself. So, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, just, they gotta be there. Gold Sacks, you know, you really want to look for some of the cards in this deck. Nightmare in particular, want that in your hand. You want some, just a lot of these cards you really want at all times, so that's why Gold Sacks there. And of course, 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, always got to run one of them. Then on top of that, we have 3 Junk Puppet, target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Just an awesome card, you know, just summon whatever you like, and then use it for an XYZ material. Very, very good card. It'd be foolish not to run it in a Gimmick Puppet deck. And then we have 2 Machina Armored Units. This is a very good card. Once per turn, when a machine type monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 machine type monster with lower attack and the same attribute from your deck. Very good card indeed. If this gets destroyed, you can summon, what can you summon? You can summon a Dirigible, you can summon a Nightmare, just anything. You can summon anything, any level, just has to be a lower attack with the same attribute. Very, very good card. Then we have 3 XYZ Reborn, target 1 XYZ in the graveyard, special summon it and attach this card to it as an XYZ material. I mean, it works really well with the deck. I mean, Giant Killer. With that XYZ Reborn as a material, you can use this effect, destroy a special summon monster, just very good. And then you can also use Nightmare to get something else out later on. Just a very good card for this deck. Then I'm running 1 Solomon Judgment and 1 Solomon Warning, just for support, and then I run 2 Black Horn of Heavens. Just a nice little card to run. I sometimes switch up my trap lineup, and that's what I'm currently using for this deck. So yeah, guys, that is my Gimmick Puppet deck for these new cards. So I really hope you guys like it. It helps you out with your own decks, or if you just want to use my pure build yourself, feel free to go ahead and do that. Also, guys, just a little apology of some sort. I think I'm losing my voice or something, so if this video did sound a little bit weird or a little bit off, that is the reason why, so I apologize for that. So again, guys, if you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a like or and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you all next time.